Hi guys, my name's Devin Levy, and today I'm going to be presenting the truth behind energy drinks. Bear with me while I share my screen. Okay. The truth about energy drinks and the health risks hidden behind the hype. So, for my thesis, I am going to be proving that even though marketed as safe performance and energy boosters, energy drinks pose extreme health risks, especially for frequent users, leading to cardiovascular effects, detriments to sleep and mental health, and caffeine dependence. Now, why is this important? Most common among teens and young adults, which is showing how our generation is mainly affected by this. Additionally, companies market them as safe, clean energy and performance enhancing, which is convincing kids and teens and young adults that these things aren't bad for you. However, scientific studies show a different reality, and learning about the risks can help consumers make smarter choices for their bodies. The most common types of energy drinks are Red Bull, Monster, Celsius, and Bang. Below, I have attached when you search up what these things are, what these companies are marketing them as. For example, Red Bull is a popular energy drink containing caffeine, taurine, vitamins, and sugar sweeteners designed to increase alertness and reduce fatigue. Whereas Monster says they are providing energy and boosting alertness. Bang is saying that they provide sustained energy for athletes, gamers, and fitness enthusiasts. So, this is what the public thinks these drinks are doing. Here I have attached a slide specifically about Red Bull. This is the back of a Red Bull can showing its nutrition facts. The ingredients consist of caffeine, taurine, sugars, B vitamins, flavor additives, and carbonation. However, research has shown that when combined, cardiovascular and neurological responses increase, which is what creates physiological stress. Health effects are increased blood pressure and heart rate, which these things lead to a higher risk of heart disease, increased type 2 diabetes risks, and detrimental effects to kidney and liver health. Now, my main focus one is cardiovascular risks. Number one, increased heart rate and blood pressure. Number two, higher risk of arrhythmias. A study produced by the American Heart Association showing that the QT interval prolongation, meaning that it's a delay in the electrical system of the heart, which means your heart beats are slowing down almost, which is the most common risk of arrhythmias. Caffeine and taurine combined amplify cardiovascular strain, which is what I explained before, is that when these ingredients are combined, these risks increase even more. Long-term metabolic stress from excessive sugar intake, and in all, the most affected group is adolescents and young adults. My main focus too is mental health and sleep. So these energy drinks lead to a higher risk of insomnia, anxiety, jitteriness, restlessness, irritability. It also disrupts your sleep cycles, even if it's subconsciously and you don't notice it, which ultimately will lead to poor academic performance, increased anxiety and stress, and disruption to athletic recovery. Because when you're sleeping, even if you're not waking up and noticing it, it can disrupt the REM cycles of your sleep, which lead to these things throughout the day, which you don't realize you may have gone poor sleep before, but it's actually because you are consuming these drinks. My main focus three is caffeine dependence. The tolerance increases when you drink a lot of caffeine, which increases all the risks by way more and leads to you needing more caffeine to have the same effect. Additionally, withdrawal symptoms include headaches, fatigue, irritability, depression, nausea, and increased heart rate. Difficulty functioning without caffeine once you get addicted to it. So, as I said, habit formation similar to stimulant dependence. Caffeine is a drug and addiction is a thing. It is very easy to get addicted to caffeine, even though you don't realize it until you try and cut it off and then you experience the withdrawal symptoms. So, experiments showing how energy drinks affect us. First, monitoring. First, an experiment done which monitored healthy adults after an energy drink after they consumed an energy drink. So in a controlled lab experiment, healthy young adults were given standard commercial energy drinks. Then researchers recorded their ECG readings before and after drinking, showing a significant prolongation of the QT interval, which I explained previously, meaning that the heart took longer to reset between beats. This effect appeared within 30 minutes and lasted several hours, which is very important. To the right, I attached a photo, which is from the lab itself, showing monitoring the heartbeats and the ECG strip and the QT intervals. Additionally, blood pressure and heart rate testing from the same lab, the same group was monitored for blood pressure and heart rate changes. Both systolic blood pressure and heart rate rose higher than expected from caffeine alone. This suggested that ingredients like taurine and caffeine together have a stronger cardiovascular impact, like I talked about for cardiovascular risks, and the mix of ingredients. So this is the long QT syndrome. This is what a normal interval looks like, and this is what a long QT interval looks like. In summary, the three main risks are cardiovascular, detriments to mental health and sleep, and caffeine dependence. To the right, I created a poster, the dangers of energy drinks for teenagers, because that is the main affected group. Heart problems, sleep issues, addiction, and anxiety. And personally, I think this is really important because so many people my age are drinking energy drinks to try and get them through the day and get them to do their homework. However, when it affects things like your sleep, it's actually negatively affecting all those things that you're trying to improve by drinking the energy drink. This is my Works Cited page, and thank you so much for listening.